I've got a story that's been weighing on me, and I need some honest feedback. Let me walk you through what happened. I'm a 48-year-old woman, and my partner is a 49-year-old man who struggled with alcoholism for most of his adult life. When we first started dating, he told me he was clean and in recovery. I had seen a lot of partners in the past who had substance abuse problems, so the fact that he was honest about his weakness and actively working to stay sober was a big turn-on for me. Over the 5 years we've been together, he slipped back into drinking a handful of times. Those relapse episodes never lasted more than a day or two, but the thing that hurt the most was that he would never admit he was drinking until I had solid proof. Until then, I'd have to deal with lies and gaslighting. That's pretty typical of the cycle with alcoholics. A few months ago, a great job opportunity came up for me. It was a 3-week temporary gig, but it paid well and would give me valuable experience that could lead to more opportunities. It was only a few hours away from our home, so we decided I'd take it, and my partner would come to visit on my first day off, stay the night, and then return to his job. The plan worked fine at first, but on the first night, instead of heading home, he started drinking heavily in my hotel room. He stayed there for the next 2 weeks, drinking and sleeping in the hotel while I was working. He began calling in sick, staying passed out, and even changing the door keys so I couldn't get in after my shift. It was frustrating and disruptive. I had to move to a different hotel so I could focus on work, leaving him fully intoxicated for 2 weeks despite my daily pleas for him to go home. I reminded him that he might lose his dream job and that I might lose him, but nothing worked. When my 3-week job ended, he stopped communicating and returned home. About 2 hours later, he called me, saying he needed help, that he wanted to stop drinking, and he was ready to come home. He asked if I would come get him. I told him I would only do that if he first got detoxed and then attended a rehab program. He agreed, so I drove 3 hours with my mom to bring him and his car home. At home, he went through detox, and then tried to convince me that was enough. I explained that detox was just the first step. Rehab was necessary for lasting change. He reluctantly agreed to a 90-day outpatient program. The problem is that his job requires us to report any rehab participation, and now his employer has put him under review. He has other health issues and now fears losing the job he worked so hard for. He's devastated, and he feels I'm partly to blame for putting him in this position. I'm not proud of the way it all turned out, but I'm not sure my approach was wrong. I wanted him to take responsibility for his actions and to prove he was serious about change. I'm asking you, am I the asshole for pushing him into rehab, even though it might cost him his dream job?